Right now, everybody's cooking inside and they're in their houses. Everybody's doing this baking that they've never done before, and bread is really easy to make. So let's get going and let's make some bread. This recipe is really easy. It's 7 ingredients in one bowl. That's all you got to do. Throw it in and mix it up. The biggest key you want to remember is when you're mixing it, you got to put some elbow grease into it, and you want to make sure that there's no dry flour left in your bowl. You're going to start with 6.5 cups of all-purpose flour. You don't need bread flour or anything like that. Don't get excited. You're going to need about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of kosher salt, a tablespoon of yeast, a couple teaspoons of rosemary that you've just chopped up nice and fine, dried Italian seasoning from the store. This is about 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half of garlic powder, 3 cups of lukewarm water. Give this a really good stir. And like I said, you want to make sure that there's no dry flour inside your bowl by the time you're done mixing this. So this is what you're going to end up with, a nice big ball of dough. Again, you've got no loose flour, a tiny little bit, roll it over, but you've got all this nice big dough ball like this. Now you want to cover this with a towel and let it sit for at least 2 hours. So after it's risen for about 2 hours, you're going to get this beautiful nice ball of dough like this. You can see all the different little bits of spices and things that we've put in there, the herbs and all that. You want to get yourself a cutting board, a little bit of flour. But what you're going to want to do is get your ball of dough. We're gonna, whatever size you want, you can make this as big or as small as you want to make. Okay, so we're gonna cut this almost in half, drop it onto our flour. We're gonna turn it a couple times. We don't want to knead it too much. And I'm just taking my hand and I'm just forcing over like that and forcing over. Does that make sense? I'm just, see how I'm cupping it into itself like that? Rolling it back on the flour. Making a nice, beautiful loaf like this. And what I want to do next is I'm going to take a bread knife and I'm going to do a cute little cut like that. This is going to help release the gases and stuff that's inside while it bakes. Do a little bit of kosher salt. And just sprinkle that kosher salt all over the top. Just gonna pat it down a little bit. Okay, and all that kosher salt on there. How much did I use? I don't know. A teaspoon. It's really not a big deal. Don't go crazy. Inside your oven, you're gonna want to put a stone, like a bread or a pizza stone, inside your oven. Preheat it to 450 degrees. Let that baby sit and get nice and hot. Okay, so our bread has set up for about 20 minutes. It's softened up, it's nice, it's ready to go into the oven. Get yourself a big spatula, maybe one of those ones you use for the barbecue. Okay, we're gonna loosen our loaf from the top here, from our cutting board. And we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven. All right, get your dough in there. Get yourself a pan of water that I neglected to talk about earlier. Put about 2 inches of water in there. So, slide that in. We're gonna let this baby cook for 30 minutes at 450 degrees over some steam. It's gonna be awesome. Pro tip to make your family feel really bad for you for cooking all day in the kitchen. Check this out. Always wear black, okay? Take your hands like this with a little bit of flour. Go like this. I slaved so hard in the kitchen for you all day. Oh, that looks nice. Now we're gonna let her sit for 2 hours before we cut in is going to be beautiful. Rookie mistake. So I thought I had the microphone on, but it died. And I did this whole cutting thing. It was so awesome because you could hear the crunch. But no microphone, so I did that. And I cut it, and you don't get to hear it. But I'm going to do my best to make you hear it this time. Are you ready? So let's give this a shot. Let's see if you can hear this. It's so close. It's like you can almost taste it yourself, right? Here we go. That is just some good stuff right there. Look at that. I hope you guys like this too. It's super easy to make. It really is. It's just, like what, 5 or 6 ingredients into one bowl, mix it up, watch your time, let it rest for 2 hours. And while you're doing something else, you go shopping or read a book or watch a movie, take your bread, chuck it in the oven that is already preheated to 450 degrees, and you get yourself some really great bread. It's just so easy. So if you like this video, do the whole thing. Like, subscribe, share it. That'd be great. Tell your friends about it. That'd be awesome. I'm going to be doing more videos. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and give this a shot. I'd love to hear if you make this. See you next time. Okay, here's an idea with your bread. Took a slice of it. Here's a little sandwich. I'm going to find out if this is any good. I don't know. This might be horrible. I'm going to add a little bit of spicy brown mustard. I put butter on one side of my bread. I'm going to squish a little bit of that mustard on this one. Like so. Okay. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of butter on this side. Wait for it. Get yourself some good pastrami at the store. The pan is off right now. I want this to heat up at the same level as the pan because I don't want it to burn. Get some pastrami in there. Looks delicious. Put your top piece on. Now, you fire this up. Just above medium. Right at medium. Alright, we're going to give it a little flip. This ought to be fun. Probably won't be fun. Kind of fell apart. Don't tell anybody. Let's dive right in over a sandwich. Oh. Hear that? Piece of crust broke off. So this... Luscious. Oh, so good.